Okay, keep going to verse 43, because Jesus, and there are many of these, and I want you to see them. Matthew 5:43 down to 46. Here's the second thing Christ rewards. Jesus rewards those persecuted. Secondly, now the first one's easy. You know what? You just go out and stand for Christ and they'll get mad at you, and you don't get mad at them, and that's great. The next one is almost impossible in our sight. And this is one I think all of us need to start working on tonight. Secondly, Jesus rewards those who love their enemies. You have heard that it was said, verse 43, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, remember that's Jesus' whole form going through this Sermon on the Mount. You've heard it said, that's tradition. Now I'm going to reveal to you the Spirit. That's the letter. This is the Spirit. I say to you, love your enemies. Woo, tonight. You have any enemies? All of us have enemies. Adversaries, people don't like us, people that make life hard for us, people that resist us, people that rain on our parades, and we avoid them. We secretly wish they'd die and get out of our lives. You know what I mean? They're just there. Jesus says, no, love them. And bless those who curse you. People who go out of their way to verbally assault you. Bless them. Not only do not let that curse rile you, Jesus says, catch it and just return it to them as a blessing. Not a smart aleck, not a sarcastic, a genuine spiritual response. Bless those who curse you. You know why? God says, vengeance is mine. If you will do that, you'll unleash my wrath against them. You got an enemy? Love them. Got someone that verbally abuses you? Bless them back. Bless is eulogeo, good speaking. Say good things to them, both when they're in your presence and when they're not, because a lot of times we like to talk about how awful these people are, and that's not blessing them. Third one, continue. It says, do good to those who hate you. I mean, the people that hate you, that they want to harm you, that they want to do anything they can to rile you, do good to them. Isn't this weird stuff? This is Sermon on the Mount, right? It's not for us, right? It's Old Testament or something, or it's Jewish. No. This is Jesus talking. He said, this is what I reward. And pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. Verse 45, that you may be the sons of your Father in heaven. That is pure salvation stuff. He said, this is what's characteristic of regenerated people. The sons of my Father in heaven. For he makes the sun rise on the evil and the good. Tomorrow morning it's going to rise on both the murderers and all the crack house people of Tulsa, as well as all of us churchgoers. It's going to rise on both of us. He makes the sun rise on both, he said, the good and the evil. But look at this. And he sends rain on the just and the unjust. And rain was just to make them prosper and their crops to grow and their olives and grapes. Verse 46. For if you love those who love you, what reward have you? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? Isn't that interesting? Verse 47, and if you greet your brethren only, what do you more than the others? Do even the tax collectors do so? Wow. But look at verse 46, because this is a capstone of what he's talking about. If you only love those who love you, what reward have you? Jesus, listen, rewards those who love their enemies. You want to get a reward? You want to start on something tonight? In your mind, think through who are the people that are enemies that you would think, that curse you, that hate you, that spitefully use you and persecute you. And those people, God says, love them, bless them, do good to them, and pray for them. And if you do those things, and if I'll do those things, what does it say? We will be rewarded. You say, man, I thought this was for teaching in Sunday school and passing tracts out. No, this is far more fundamental to our lives. This is how the early church conquered the world. They didn't conquer it by raising billions of dollars and giving out all kinds of paper and airwave stuff and video stuff and electronic stuff. They won it by living this way in their homes, in their neighborhoods, and at work. And you know what we would rather do? We'd rather sling $1,000 to send something, through the internet than love our enemies. And so Jesus says, what I reward is this internal Christlikeness.